Shit.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Dang, everybody tired already.
Ready. 10 cycles. Jet.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to
Damn, everybody tired.
The Cowboys at 6-5 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Oh, my D-line terrible.
As he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. Pass incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home.
They whooped me.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a give running right, Nwangu. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. But you look at this defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention
Terrible,
to
my
numbers.
D-line, terrible.
I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, Howell. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play get... And sets them up with a first and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go now on first and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Let's go now. Blue check.
They'll start on the ground here when they're under. And now a whole lot of room to operate there.
Every day. What?
Maybe 3. You talk about this Washington
Oh, shut it. Close the door. I know Riot coming
They
tonight.
need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down.
No school win. Oh, Monday and Tuesday.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to
Stay on W.
and we will step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Howe will throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
2nd and 10. Throwing here, Howell. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Block him.
The middle to Gibson.
Come on, man. That's a touchdown.
Being knocked back to the 18.
Come on, bro.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you get caught up on the line, bro. Look at that shit, bro.
That's something they have to be wary of as this game
Crazy.
continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Crazy, man.
Well, Howell's going to mix it up here. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Well, people want to block for me.
Secondary, they come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Powell.
Shit. Come on, y'all.
Inside routes, and you need to put some heat on it. It helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
I'm gonna play it.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Howell now to throw it. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down in that attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Here we go.
Third down and one.
Ready.
They'll go right back to the Wk13. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6. They gave themselves options there on the third down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Ready?
On first down, they'll run with the Wk13. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here, look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job
Is he in the game?
defensively, and now it brings up third down.
It's all the corner that
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not many goals just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
On the set.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and throw for it here. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
I think the team...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Howell out of the shotgun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. They It's Johnson. Touchdown, Washington. Colin Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
Cowboys 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Cavante Turpin now from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because...
Oh, I had him in the backfield. Come on, man. Gotta make that tackle, man. Hey.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is...
Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Lamb in motion left. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll go play action. Howell. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Washington.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
No, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Off play action. It's Howell. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Straight ahead, Gibson. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown. Great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the round is on here in this first half. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Michael Hyde. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. On first and 10, it's Gibson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. First down, how to throw. And got his man complete. Big yardage that time for Washington. 43 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Howell. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. They'll go again with Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
What's up?
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking now.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
It's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Back to throw. Howell.
Oh, why can you not make that throw?
Not his best throw there.
So
Where we sit
sorry,
right now in the
man.
third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
Here we go.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Commanders going to bring out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ready?
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the middle, Nwangu.
Man, I had him in the back.
Strikeman into Commander territory. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw now on first down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Howell. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now he'll look to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. The play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball, when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double, you would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they will take a knee here. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they take a knee. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Commanders 50, Cowboys nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for Washington, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they fall to 6-6 now on the camp.
I'm telling you, I didn't know soccer. I'm telling you, listen, I'm not soccer.